Hi, everyone. This is Natalie Pace. Today is July 7th, 2022, and we're going to be talking about the crypto crash. So Bitcoin is down almost 70% from its high on November 4th of 69,000 a coin. That will impact a lot of companies, including Tesla and Square, and of course, Coinbase. It's wiped out a few companies. It's put others on the ropes like Celsius, and it may have impacted someone you know and love. So over the course of this webinar, we're going to be talking about the scam artists, the red flags of how to avoid them, a better strategy for investing and actually profiting from Bitcoin rather than just riding the wild gyrations that we've seen in this emerging value proposition. And we're going to show you all the examples as well, because there's a lot to be learned from mistakes. This is a very painful and costly mistake for a lot of people. Help them get through it. But as importantly, know what a better plan looks like. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't invest in crypto. It means that you should know what is promising and what is promising you vast returns in order to lure you into a huckster scam, a ruse. All right, I will join you in momentarily. Remember, you can invite your friends to watch this back on youtube.com/Natalie Pace. Also, if you'd rather hear it as a podcast, go to nataliepace.com and simply click on my Apple podcast, and you'll go right there. Thanks again. See you momentarily, and stay tuned in to the end so that you get all of the information you need, including the system that's going to save you and also allow you to capture gains and buy low.
Okay, so we're going to start off with just being human. If somebody has overextended themselves and they're in trouble due to the crypto crash, please help them get through this hard time. Please help them get help if they need, they need mental health counseling. And if it's you, do all of this for yourself, but also understand that this too shall pass, and that all that we, if we can learn from our mistakes, then we can really, start honing this beautiful life that we want, this pathway to financial freedom. So I am going to start off with what I think is the most important, which is the way to look at investing in cryptocurrency. So the first thing that you should do is to understand how to be properly diversified. So I have this free web app, and it helps you to set up your own sample pie chart. Just go to nataliepace.com. You can click on the badge to get it, or you can email us at nataliepace.com. So basically, all that you need to do is to put in your age, and let's say you're 30. Go ahead and keep in the extra safe right now. I have that in there because we have a risk of a recession. Put in your total annual income. Let's say you make $100,000. You're a Henry, high income earner, not rich yet, and that you have about $90,000 in your 401k or your IRA to invest. Then click on the submit button, and it basically is telling you, look, you should always be keeping a percent equal to your age safe, not invested at all, certainly not in crypto, but not in stocks either. And you should overweight safe because of a recession that can drag down cryptocurrency as well. Now, also, you're not going to see cryptocurrency listed here. What you do see is small, medium, large, and value and growth stocks. So those are various size and style asset allocations for stocks. And then you're going to see HOTS over here. So there are room for 4 hot slices in a properly diversified plan. This can be all crypto if you want. It could be one slice of crypto, one slice of technology, one slice of gold or silver, one slice of clean energy, whatever it is that you think is hot. Now, when you are doing just a slice or two of what you think is hot, and let's say it's crypto, what the beauty of this, first of all, you're not betting the farm, so you're never going to be suicidal. The second thing, though, is that you can see and capture your gains. because it is not a buy and hold product at this point. It's mainly a trading platform that is mainly for YOLOs and not much HODL going on. So it's really important for you to be able to see and capture your gains. If you bought today at 21,000 and it went to its high like it was in November of 69,000, your one slice would now be 3 slices. And if you say, you know what, I still believe in it, I'm going to keep 3 slices of pots and I'll sell off my silver and my clean energy, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do then. But it's all within reason. Now, if you do manage to sell, and again, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You could say, I still believe in crypto, but I want to capture my gains because I know it's been on a rocky road. It's been on a roller coaster. So then you could sell off maybe those 2 extra slices that you just made money while you sleep. You keep a slice. Now, the beauty of this also is that then if it goes from 69,000 back to 21 and your slice is now a sliver, you have the money and the emotional fortitude to buy more low and fill up the slice again. So this nest egg pie chart system is a buy low, sell high plan on autopilot that helps you to do the right thing, puts you on the right side of the trade, as we say. That's really important. So again, learn from our mistakes and have a better plan going forward. I've known people that maybe aren't wiped out by Bitcoin, but have considered it a buy and hold product. Now, I keep saying it's not at this point. It's not even used much as currency, maybe a few NFTs here and there. But the largest thing that happens with cryptocurrency today is not people buying and selling and trading. It is a trading, just basically trading. It's all about kind of fear and greed. So everybody's in fear, and some people rightfully so because they're going bankrupt, and others, you know, at other times it's all about greed. And we're going to talk a lot about that because sometimes it's actual crypto criminals that are profiting on your naivete. So you got to become the boss of your money. You have to have a system that works, and you have to know what the red flags are that the person that's seducing you into some sort of, you know, too good to be true thing, whether or not it really is too good to be true and you really are the only, you know, first person to get in on it, or whether or not it's just a place where they're going to take the money from you and run. Okay, so let's jump in a little bit more. So let me show you the proof about what I'm saying when I say that it is a trading platform. So Coinbase is one of the largest trading platforms. It's publicly traded, and it has a lot of information about each of the coins listed there. If you just click on Bitcoin, what you're going to see is that the average trading time for it, let me scroll down a little bit, the typical hold time is 128 days, about 4 months. You could do that for each one of these, but as you get smaller than that, you get even more volatile trading going on. So you could do it for Ethereum. If you are very interested in Cardano or Doge or whatever it is you're interested in, you can click on it and see the average hold time, okay? And it is, again, it is not being HODL. It's not hold on for dear life. What's really happening is trading. So if you're the holding on for dear life, chances are you're the one left holding the bag. Other people are profiting. Now, not right now, of course, right? And in fact, as in my intro, I alluded to, Tesla, Square, Coinbase, all these companies are going to be hit. Are they going to be in real trouble? Probably not, because they're not over leveraged. They may not have as many margin loans as some of the other companies that are in real trouble. So we'll take a brief look at that, okay? Coinbase had a pretty bad first quarter. So if we go onto money.msn, you can see that it's down significantly from its high. Should you buy it right now when you already know that the next quarter is going to be worse? Probably not. Okay, even though it's really far down, it's really low. And the reason for that is that, you know, it's, again, if we look at its growth, so we see that it lost year-over-year revenue in the first quarter, and the next one could be even worse than that. Also, the company is probably going to start reporting a loss now for 2022. which means they may have to borrow money, which means they may have to do another offering of their stock in order to help raise money for that. So you want to be aware of these things before you just buy low. Okay. Also, we have macroeconomic headwinds in a potential recession on the horizon. Tesla had bought 1.5 billion higher. It was bought in the first quarter of 2021. The market, the Bitcoin was worth a lot more then. So it might have to write down something on its next earnings report. Plus, it just reported that its deliveries weren't as good as the first quarter. So that's another thing. Of course, Tesla is down over 40%. Should you buy that now? It's still very, very high priced. I just posted a blog on Tesla. So if you go to nataliepace.com and you click, you can either click on my blog, or you can see right there that you can click, I just did the electrical vehicle sales. This is a blog on Tesla. If you just click on that link there, which is in my Twitter feed, then you'll be able to read that on Tesla. So Tesla is still a very pricey equity. Thankfully, it will probably not be going out of business because it has a boatload of cash. It has, over 15 billion cash at last count. So you don't have to worry about Square or Bitcoin, Square or Coinbase or Tesla going out of business, but you could see weakness in their stock because of the write downs that they're very likely going to have in the next second quarter earnings report, which just ended, June 30th, right? So there are companies, however, that are going to have a lot more trouble than that. So here we see that, we've seen that Celsius has suspended people being able to take their money out. And a lot of this has to do with the Three Arrows Hedge Fund bankruptcy. This is affected where they borrowed their money from, including BlockFi, Celsius, Babel, and Voyager Digital, which has already had to declare bankruptcy too. Another company, Genesis, has announced that they had exposure to Three Arrows Capital as well. So these are all things. And again, what happened with Celsius? Well, a lot of these lenders were saying, hey, we're going to pay higher rate than you're going to get in your savings account, so you should come here. So on the safe side, and again, I have a whole chapter, What's Safe, in my book, The ABCs of Money. Be sure you're getting the 5th edition. And the reason for that is that, you can't just go with something, and look, you're taking on so much risk just getting a 2 or 3% return. You don't want to have your money held up. Will Celsius, depositors get their money back? Yeah, they will probably get some money back. Will they get it all back? I don't know. They definitely are not going to get what they were promised back in terms of the additional ROI upside. And again, it's not FDIC insured, and that could take a while. We've had banks that got into trouble, and most of the time depositors don't even know about it, although the sign does change out front. So this is something that I think is super important for you to realize is money market funds, non-FDIC insured entities that are offering you a higher ROI, which might be 1.5% on your savings. Not really worth it right now. Even bonds are losing money. So be sure that you go to the What's Safe section of the ABCs of Money so that you know that percent equal to your age that you're keeping safe, and we're overweighting an additional 20% is actually safe. And you don't have to worry about when you're going to have access to your money. You might need it to pay your mortgage. So you really need to have access to your money. So again, go to nataliepace.com, scroll down. When you see the ABCs of Money 5th edition, just click on the book cover and it'll take you there. All right. So we talked about, the companies that are in trouble, the companies that have lost money but aren't going to really be in trouble. And now I want to talk a little bit more about multi-level marketing and some of the scams that I've seen over the years. Now, I've been active in this space for a long time. In fact, one of the, I got a lot of people were emailing me way back in 2017. And this is one of my blogs from 2017 where I warned off of the Trade Coin Club and Joff Paradise. So like if you go now and you click on some of these links, they're not even active anymore. This one was a link where he talked up his Trade Coin Club, which has now since then been deleted. But oddly enough, this person, and here, if you just, now this is one of the things I want you to do. Whoever it is that's saying they're your crypto guru, have you done any due diligence on them? Have you even like used their full name with the word scam or in, customer reviews or anything like that? Because if you do, then you're going to see that Joff Paradise has a graveyard of, scams behind him, of companies that haven't panned out, and a lot of customer complaints. I'm surprised that he is still on Instagram and has his own website where he's trying to get people involved in even more things. So be careful, because these websites might look really interesting. And then he shows a picture of himself on a plane down here, and says that he's also based out of the Ukraine and this sort of thing. So again, please do the bare minimum amount of due diligence on your crypto guru. I've been doing, look, if you want to look me up, I have my bio. You can also, check it out by Googling me, but you can go here and I have my bio, easy to access online. All you have to do is click on About Natalie Pace, and you can see all of the things I've done since 2002 with my launch of the Women's Investment Network. So I've been adding a splash of green to Wall Street and transforming lives on Main Street since that time. And there's one other thing that you're going to see in there, which, and hopefully I'll be able to quickly access this other website, which I want to tell you about. So a lot of testimonials from real people. I believe I put in here the testimonial by, there's my keynote speaking engagements, which are not just, okay, if all my testimonials are not here, you can see a boatload of them on my retreat page, and we're also happy to send them to you. So you can go to my retreat page and I have a bunch there, and a lot of VIPs too, like Nobel Prize winning economist, the chairman of TD Ameritrade. So again, you can scroll through this all on your own to see that I'm not just tooting my own horn. I actually have been doing this for quite a while, and you'll see Main Street folks, you'll see Wall Street folks, and we can give you even more if you email us and you want to do that. info@nataliepace.com, very easy to find all that information. Now that's as opposed to, let's look at, for instance, the Prosper Club. So they have one testimonial on this page, and it's the founder. And he claims something that's very outlandish, that he turned 1,100 into 700,000 and that he can have you do it too. Now, the interesting thing about this is that if you look at this website a little bit more in depth, the first thing that you see is that it's not even complete. So here I am, your content goes here, edit or remove. Operation Prosper, your content goes here. So they haven't even finished this website. Also, if you went to Vine Street, you'd see that it's a WeWork, and is it even open, and is anybody even there? So again, please do your due diligence before you hand over your money. These outlandish claims are done by marketing experts. So I just showed you the website of the Prosper Club. Let me show you who runs it. Now, of course, he's claiming that he can, take you from $1,100 to 700,000, so make you almost a millionaire. But what is his background? So here we see he hasn't posted lately, but his background is in public speaking, marketing, and customer service. A lot of these gurus are good at marketing. They aren't necessarily good at financial analysis. And that leads me to another problem, which is the technical trading and the chart trading, which is a disaster for so many people, largely because there's so many pump and dump schemes, but even by the billionaire hedge funds. Let me show you this one. All right, so let's take a quick look at Terra Luna. So as you can see, you know, it's worth nothing, and it dropped when, of course, it went out of business and couldn't do anything. But right here, December 21st, when it was at 89, was when one of the hedge fund CEOs went on CNBC saying that people should buy it. Now, the interesting thing is that before then, it looked like, you know, on a technical chart, that would have looked like, yeah, you should be buying it. Now, what happened is that his own firm started selling most of their position in January. Between January and April, they sold most of their position, while all of the people that were watching CNBC were buying and wondering why all of a sudden that everything was going down. And that was because that particular hedge fund that had gone on and pumped it on CNBC had sold most of it. Now it went down, and then people started saying, well, gosh, maybe now I can buy it low. So they pushed it up again. And then again, by April, this particular firm had sold most of its position. So that's why it's really important to understand that past performance does not mean future performance, but also that even on CNBC with billionaires, you have people who are pumping and dumping. Look, Elon admits that he pumps things up. He just says he doesn't dump them. But he absolutely pumps things up. If he says, buy this, it goes up. And when he stops talking about it, nothing happens, which is why Doge has been, you know, went way up, and now it's kind of been in the doldrums for a good deal of time. So that's another thing that I want you to watch out for. So what should you be looking at? Oh, there's another one. A lot of things are just lies. Like people will say, oh, well, XRP is backed by gold, and another one is backed by silver, and another one is backed by palladium. And again, these are just people that are trying to get you into their club. So if you actually go to those websites, here's Ripple's website. They're the Ripple Labs is the ones that own XRP. You will see absolutely no mention of their currency being backed by gold. And the same thing happens. And also, by the way, they are not telling you that Ripple is actually in trouble with the SEC. Also, Lumens is the one that does XLM, and you'll see there's no mention at all that they back this by copper. And that would be compared to something like GLD, which is a State Street Gold Trust, and it is backed by gold. And when you go to that page, it tells you it's backed by gold, and it tells you exactly how much gold it has. So again, you really cannot just have blind faith. And if you don't like doing this and you just want a guru to do it for you, then what I would say is come into our fold. I don't claim to be a crypto guru. What I claim to be is someone who can help you to invest in an easy as a pie chart system that can help you to capture gains at the high and buy at the low. Should you be just filling up a slice right now? No, I wouldn't be if I were you, because the pain and the bankruptcies could cause it to go even lower. Also, even what we would consider to be safe haven assets, which, you know, crypto, that people think, oh, the dollar's going to hell in a handbasket. They think either crypto, gold, or silver. And so even though it may not yet be a safe haven aspect, it's thought of it in that way. But even safe haven assets can go down in the beginning of a recession. They tend to rally stronger and faster and higher, but in the beginning of the recession, they get dragged down too. So again, it's not all, it's not nothing. It's an easy as a pie chart plan, and it protects you from all of these various things, from the red flags, the crypto criminals. By the way, OneCoin, you know, I talked to somebody who had invested in that, and they're like, oh, I couldn't get my money out, but they've been getting monthly newsletters. And so they say, we're gonna be able to. In the meantime, the person who was the spokesperson is wanted by the FBI, is on the 10 most wanted list, with 4 billion in assets that has been missing in action since 2017. So make sure that those are not your assets. And again, part of that is going to be understanding how to do the bare minimum due diligence on the website and the person, and also understanding how to have a slice and how to rebalance. So rebalancing and being properly diversified is key, and knowing what's safe in a world where bonds and these, these finance companies, the crypto finance companies, and even money market funds are at risk. Okay, so again, it's all easy as a pie chart. You can read about it in my best-selling book, The ABCs of Money. Be sure to get the 5th edition. You can actually join us for our next retreat. It's October 8th through the 10th. It's online, so you can join from anywhere. We even have people joining from Europe and Trinidad and all over the world. So please consider that. All you have to do to learn more is simply go to nataliepace.com. And again, I already told you to click on that retreat cover so that you can actually look at the testimonials, but you can also learn more about the retreat itself. And one of the most important things is that the retreat covers your nest egg, covers crypto, real estate, stocks, bonds, gold, and rebalancing, which is really key. It even teaches you how to pick stocks. So it can be the life math that we all should have received in high school in 3 intensive days. It's a complete money makeover, and it will absolutely save your assets. Now you might say, well, how can it save it if the markets keep going down between now and October? Because I also have a 4-part webinar that you can watch right now to get started, even before October. Also, if you register by July 15th, then you get the best price. So please look into it now so that you get the best price, you get access to that 4-part webinar, and you get started on the recovery plan. So even if you're one of those people that really got wiped out by crypto, there are ways that you can recover more quickly than most people will. Again, read the budgeting and the debt sections of the ABCs of Money 5th edition for that information. And by starting and leaning into the ABCs of Money that we all should have received in high school, and Money While You Sleep Safely. So again, you can reach us, info@nataliepace.com, nataliepace.com for all of my blogs and podcasts, etc. In fact, if you want to watch this back or have other people watch it back, remember, it's just youtube.com/Natalie Pace. The easiest way to listen to it as a podcast is go to nataliepace.com, and you'll see the Apple podcast banner ad right there. Just click on it and it will be uploaded there. You can see my past podcasts there. Also on the homepage at nataliepace.com, you can see all of my social media. So, and you don't even have to join Twitter, but I have a Twitter feed there so that you can easily see what, I do daily money tips. So and usually I'm linking to a particular blog where you can learn a lot more about it. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. We're here to help. Please get whatever help you need, which includes, financial literacy, financial wisdom, financial being the boss of your money, not relying on other people to do it for you, and not having blind faith when a friend or a family member tells you that this is a great thing to invest in. That is actually the easiest way to lose money statistically, is just having blind faith that a friend or family member tells you about an investment. All right, gang. So we'll see you next time. Have a wonderful summer. I hope you're enjoying your vacations, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. Again, Natalie Pace, and signing off.